Hi, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I've done any videos, and this year I've just been slacking. We all know this. I'm very unpredictable. Who knows? This video might not even go up. It'll be like all the other videos I filmed and are just on my memory card. But I really wanted to do a video on this because I have a lot of thoughts. It's definitely not a strong G3 line. Base card wise, amazing, spectacular, show-stopping actually. The rest, I don't know. So this is a brand new kind of budget version of Skulltimate Secrets, but I picked this up on Amazon. I will link it below. I don't even know if it's available still. It keeps going in and out of stock. These have actually been available in Spain though, I believe, so that's cool. Ooh. Now this is like a completely blind box kind of doll situation in America, at least. In Spain, where these have been found, they did have clouds that let you know who was who based off of a color. So pink obviously would be Draculaura, but in America it seems like just using one blue cloud and you don't know who you're going to be getting. And it seems that Frankie, of course, has been harder to get because there's an issue with their shoes. Yeah, so I most likely am not going to be getting Frankie. If I do, that's a miracle. I mean, I don't even like the Frankie. I'm going to be 100% with you. This is Frankie's worst doll. So if anything, I'm really just hoping I get Cleo because I actually do like Cleo's vibe completely in this line. The rest I can live without. Let me show you the box before we open it and all that jazz. So unlike the series before in the Skulltimate Secrets line, this is a cardboard box, but it has a plastic lid, which I don't understand. I feel like they could have saved money by not doing that, but I guess go off. And it is completely in saran wrap. As you can see, it's fully wrapped up. No one can really steal it without it being, noticeable. It is quite loose though, and as you can see, it has a bunch of mummy wraps, which I think at first everyone thought that meant you got Cleo, but I think that's just the motif of the boxes. It says Monster High on the top and Buried Secrets. Then we have the beautiful artwork by Darko Dark. He does all the artwork for G3, I believe, and he always eats. Again, these dolls are not my favorite, but the artwork's beautiful. And then on the bottom, it says you get a mystery doll with 5 accessories inside because, kids love blind boxes for some reason. Then on the back of the box, you have full illustrations of all 4 of the ghouls you can get in this line. There's Frankie, Cleo, Draculaura, and Claudine, and they'll probably do more of these if these are successful. So I would assume that these might be out before Christmas and the stocking stuffer kind of situation because they're kind of a budget doll. But if you're looking for one of these dolls, the barcode is right there. Just go ahead and take a screenshot of it. I hope it's not blurry. Sometimes they're blurry. I'm not sure how many collectors are going to want these, specifically because the dolls have poly hair and unarticulated bodies. We'll talk about that once we get it open, because this is the first time a G3 doll has been fully unarticulated. As I am going to unbox this, we can talk about the future of G3, I guess. So as you guys may know, I have already reviewed Jennifer. I think she was a great doll, but so far for G3 in 2025 at least, it seems like we're getting a revamped version of Draculaura's Sweet 1600, like the G3 equivalent to that, which I'm all for. I really liked that line. I hope it's not the same kind of energy because I really want G3 to have its own moment with Sweet 1600, its own take on it. I don't want it to be a carbon copy and paste of the G1 version. So I think I just take this off. Love that. So if you're someone who likes to keep the little art, you can definitely do that. You can maybe make this into a bookmark actually. That'd be really cute. There's also going to be a wave 2, I believe, to that one Target line, Fear Book I think it's called, and it has Venus and Abby in it. And then there's also going to be this Draculaura that comes with a scooter or something like that. They're decent dolls. The only thing I'm really collecting now from G3 is if a doll really speaks to me or if it's Frankie. Even if I hate the Frankie, I'll buy it. That's why I bought one of these, just for my chance to get the Frankie, even though I don't like that doll. I might be able to tweak it a little bit. But I was also very curious about the first unarticulated, G3 dolls. Anyways, let's open this, shall we? So all these little bandage wraps are going to be unveiled, and I believe each one has a clue of who you got. I know it's gonna give it away right away, so let's see who we got. Fuck. I knew it was gonna be Claudine. I just knew it. Now, luckily for me, I actually love the Claudine's face. I don't know if I'll keep this doll specifically. It depends if she grows on me. But that's gonna be your indicator, right away if you open the box. It's just gonna have one of the ghouls symbols. Let's open it and see how Claudine is in the box. Okay guys, moment of truth. We're gonna remove this plastic lid. There she is. So once you remove the outer carton, you have a coffin left over, and it kind of looks like it's a little bed, which is really, really cute. Because as you can see, the wall has a bunch of Claudine's shoes from previous dolls in the back. There's also a little eye coffin and the moon motif from her Monster Fest kind of vibes in the back. There's also a picture of her family and some other little things that nod to dolls or even future things. But then we obviously have a Claudine. So I'm gonna free Claudine real quickly, and we're gonna see what her vibes are, and yeah, so BRB. Okay, so out of the box, she does have really curly poly hair, but it is super duper dry. It's definitely not the nicest poly that I've ever felt from a Monster High doll. It is pretty flat in the back because she has been like just laying in there probably for months now because, you know, doll production. But I feel like you could just fluff this out somehow and it'll look, I guess, decent. She does come with some blind bags, so we're gonna open those real quickly, see what she gets, and then we'll look at the doll. So let me put her aside real quickly. Okay, so this is bag one. As you can see, it's purple. It kind of looks like a little pillow with some claw marks because it's Claudine. So let's see what's inside. So her first accessory is this little lotion bottle. It is gold and it has like a moon on one side and just kind of a squiggle on the other side. And she can't hold it because there is a little thumb gripper right there. She also comes with the crescent moon little brush. We've seen this a few times now. The next thing she comes with is an eye mask, but it's kind of like glasses. As you can see, it has the little things. I don't even know what these are called. I just call them legs. But it's just in the shape of a werewolf. It has ears and little eyes. There's no painted details on this, which is a bummer. I kind of wish this was fabric, especially because there's not much clothes on this doll, so fabric would have been ideal. But yes, let me know what you think about this in the comments. The last thing that we got in the first bag are her slippers, which are wedges, which is really funny. It's a good nod to like the G1 Dead Tire dolls because they had like slippers that were like wedges, but they are supposed to look like they're fuzzy. They have a little band that says wolf, and it also has like a little wolf in the center. The molding's really cute. I do wish that there was some paint application to these because they have a lot of potential. But yeah, that's the last thing in that bag. I believe this bag though has her little Cutopia version of Crescent. And I was correct. So Cutopia is like Mattel's version of Squishmallows, and I do actually have a Barbie one and a few of the Monster High ones, but only the small one. I really do wish that the larger ones came to America. I think I've only seen people find them in Mexico. I could be wrong, but I really want the Frankie one. I actually just want all three of them, so if anyone knows where I can get the larger Cutopia Monster High plushes, let me know, because I have the little like 4-inch ones, I think. They're like this big. But it's Crescent. It is made of hard plastic. I'm not mad it's made of hard plastic because I think if they did make this small of a little plushie, it would have looked a little weird, let's be real. So I'm kind of fine with this. It does have like a fake little tag down there that's like a little skelet, and I do appreciate that it is painted. So the other accessories can learn from Crescent here. Okay guys, so now that we pretty much looked at all of Claudine's accessories, we can look at the doll herself, and right off the bat, like I said, the makeup on this collection is amazing. I think they did a really good job with the screenings. It's a lot of makeup to go to bed, but you know, that's what I love about fashion dolls. They're just super unrealistic. So I'm here for that. I think it's really, really funny. Kind of bringing us back to the good old days when dolls were just, you know, campy. This is a line that has G3's first ever unarticulated dolls. Now, for some reason though, they do have wrists. I believe that is in case you have a doll and you want to change her into something that's a little more tighter, the hands won't get in the way. So that's why wrist articulation is important. Now, I am bummed that the dolls in this collection are unarticulated because past budget dolls did have the full articulation of a normal doll minus the chest. I really don't understand why, especially because these dolls pretty much have the same amount of stuff that a normal budget Monster High doll would come with, and I think they're maybe a few dollars cheaper, especially because they do have the poly hair. So I think they could have had the normal articulation and, you know, we could have just dealt with the poly hair, but we got a double whammy here. I think I might have a Claudine body laying around though if I do decide to keep this doll. So as I mentioned earlier, the doll does have poly hair. All the dolls in this collection will have poly hair, and I think that's just going to be a standard for any of these surprise gimmick Monster High dolls, and that's why I'm kind of avoiding them from now on unless it's a Frankie. Her hair is a lighter purple with some darker purple streaks in it. It's very, very curly. I actually think it looks really, really pretty. She does have earrings, so she has this one piercing in this ear that's gold. It's like a double kind of like gem piercing. Then she also has a like really big crescent moon earring. Then as we move on to her face, as I said, the faces in this collection are amazing. I think they did a really good job with them, and this Claudine doesn't seem to be wonky, but watch someone comment she's wonky. She has her normal eyebrows. Her eye makeup is kind of similar to what her original doll had, but a little more smoked out and darker. And then she also has freckles and some added like stars and moons. She also has this really dark plum lipstick. I think it's actually really pretty. Again, the face on this doll is amazing. I think all of them actually have really good faces, especially Draculaura. You know, I'm like not Draculaura's biggest fan, but that doll's face is amazing. She has black lipstick for Pete's sake. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on her head in the comments below. Now we're gonna move on to her outfit. It is a one-piece fit. It's kind of like a romper, but not really. So it's like an off the shoulder, but it has like a little purple ribbon strap right there. It is hemmed with some gold string. It's like a polyester material for the black top. And then we move on to the shorts, and they have just a bunch of moon and stars, and those are purple. Again, they are not separate pieces. I thought they were this entire time, so I'm kind of bummed by that. There's also a purple little ribbon right there. I think the top should have had like maybe like a little crescent moon or some kind of little design. I think it's a little too plain right there, because you know it's like pajamas, so I feel like every pajama doll always has something on their shirt. And then the bottom of the short have these white lace little trims, and that is one thing I noticed is the theme of this line. They all have like some kind of white lace trim on their like outfits. But yeah, that is the outfit. It all just velcros in the back. If you're good at ripping stitches apart, you definitely could probably, you know, take these apart and make them two pieces. I'm not, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I'm gonna give this like outfit a solid like 5 out of 10. I think it's kind of boring. There's not really much else to look at. So I'm gonna show you the articulation now. Now, if you're not a fan of doll nudity, I'm gonna put a timestamp on the screen so you can skip. But I need to show you the body because it's brand new, so you guys know what to look for if you do see these and you're just like, oh my god, new Monster High doll. So let me disrobe Miss Claudine here, and I will show you what the body looks like. Okay guys, so here's Claudine. So she does have like a fashionista-esque body, but like maybe the first ever wave of fashionistas, not the good ones, but the ones that are like what we have now. Like I think the first wave of them, they were kind of like slightly posed like this, instead of just flat, you know, Barbie arms. So this is kind of like the Monster Hive equivalent, or you can even say like the Model Muse, but like less cunty. So both arms are bent in kind of a way that makes them look like they're like dancing or something. And then the wrists obviously still move and can come out. Now I will say that I am happy that the arm can like move fully in and out. It is just a little bit difficult because like it's posed. It's a little weird as it moves, but it at least can still like go in and out, so she can hold a pose on her like hip like that. And then this one's a little more normal, but it's just a little weird because it's like, okay. And then the legs are just straight, and I've noticed that mine has like a longer leg, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like so she can like pose outwards more like this, but if you put the doll together like this, the feet are just not the same. I will say though, this doll is super duper hollow, so she's very, very cheap. There's no weight to her. Now I will say this, Rainbow High, when they made their unarticulated budget body, they were like really heavy, and I actually did not hate them for that reason, because they just had a good amount of weight to them, so it didn't feel like it was like a cheaper plastic. But this just feels cheaper than a normal G3 doll, and it just feels like a Barbie, and I'm not really the biggest fan of that. I feel like Mattel dolls lately in general could be just a bit heavier. I wish they would just use higher quality plastic. The heads are still squishy, which, you know, I like for rerouting. The doll does have the normal motion in the head, which kind of surprised me. I thought they might do what they did in G2, which it was just a solid peg that went straight up, and you can only move the doll's head like that, but it still moves, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. But other than that, let me know what your thoughts are on the new articulated body, or should I say the unarticulated body, in the comments below. I know I have an articulated Claudine body somewhere, but she must be somewhere far away, so I am not going to rebody her in this video, but just know she will be having a new body once, you know, I find it. Anyways, let me get her fully dressed again, and we can end up this video with my final thoughts on Buried Secrets. Okay guys, I put her back in her clothes, and I decided to let her hold Crescent. Ooh, I'm falling. And I did put on her little sleeping mask. That's just where it's gonna live. Let me go on to my thoughts and opinions on this line and this Claudine in general. So for the nearly $15, I think that if you want any of these dolls, you should definitely get them on a sale if you're a collector. I don't think these will add any value to anyone's collections, unless you're like a diehard Draculaura fan, which, you know, let's be real, there's a lot of Draculaura fans, and they just buy any doll. Just like me with Frankie though, so I can't clown on them too much. I don't like that the boxes are blind here in America, at least. I know in other countries and other territories they will have like the colored little clouds so you know who you're getting, but here it's just gonna be a big gamble. But in general, I don't like blind boxes. I like to know what I'm buying. I just can't get into them. I don't understand why there's such a craze for them, but you know, it keeps going, I see. But I am not the biggest fan of these, and I really hope that G3 into more of these kind of unarticulated dolls in the future. Like, I fear for like the playset dolls, because those ones already are really bad quality anyways, so I feel like with future playsets that come with dolls, I feel like they're going to just use this body, and I don't want that. So I'm hoping that in 2025, this is just for like maybe the Buried Secrets line or like a really budget line. I don't think I'm going to buy any more. And if anyone does have Frankie, I might be actually willing to trade you the Claudine for it. It depends if anyone's willing to actually do that trade. As for Claudine, she has one of the most beautiful Claudine G3 faces I've seen so far. The hair is a bit dry, could have been a better quality poly because they definitely do have various qualities of poly, I guess. And the outfit could have been 2 separate pieces. I would give this doll a probably 6 out of 10, but yeah, let me know your thoughts on this like whole new Buried Secrets line. Who's your favorite if you have a favorite? And are you going to be picking up at least one of them for your collection to try and see if you can get your favorite character? I want to know all that in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Jay and I do doll stuff sometimes because I've been very absent lately. I would love you to join the cornflakes because we are iconic here, okay? We really are. And if you aren't following me on Instagram or on TikTok, it's at ZombieXCorn. Hopefully TikTok doesn't get banned because I will be mad. I will see you guys whenever I see you, which probably will be this week. We'll see. Anyways, bye!